Time now for the morning rush. A man is behind bars this morning after a dispute led to an officer-involved shooting as well as a hostage situation. Dispatch was called about a dispute near Central in Atrisco last night to reports of a man was armed with a gun. Gunfire then ensued and the suspect attempted to run several times, even taking a bystander hostage. After officers determined the suspect was no longer armed, they were able to move in and take him into custody.
Well, the man responsible for a host of violent crimes will spend more than a decade in prison. The state rolled together 4 different cases that occurred over about a 3-month time span for Marcus Rowe's plea deal. Well, that includes shooting out the windows at Bernalillo County's headquarters and an armed robbery turned group shooting that ended with a man shot in the face. Rowe will serve 13 years in prison.
We're working to learn more about the man shot by Espanola police. Espanola police officers responded to a call Tuesday evening. They say they approached a truck that was blocking traffic and 56-year-old Hilario Baca pointed a rifle at the officer from inside that truck. An officer shot and hit Baca. Baca was taken to the hospital. It's unclear how he's doing this morning. Erica.
And here's a look at our school day forecast. We're waking up with cool temperatures and needing some layers. A windbreaker would be a good idea as we will be mild this afternoon, but seeing 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts.
2 new special prosecutors will be handling the Rust shooting case. DA Mary Carmack Altwise announced yesterday that attorneys Carrie Morrissey and Jason Lewis will serve as special prosecutors in that case against actor Alec Baldwin and armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed. They're charged in the death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the Rust movie set.
Police are asking for help finding 2 Ohio women who were last seen here in New Mexico. 46-year-old Robin Renee and 52-year-old Tracy Shue were vacationing at the Riverbend Hot Springs in TRC and checked out from their hotel on Tuesday before 11 in the morning. The women are now considered officially missing. Anyone with information is asked to contact TRC police.
One New Mexico man is not giving up on finding his best friend nearly 2 months after his truck was stolen with his dog inside. Paul Rush was at an appointment at the Sandoval Regional Medical Center on January 31st. It's when his truck was taken right from the parking lot. Inside that vehicle was his blind 18-year-old Cocker Spaniel named Spot. Anyone with information is encouraged to call Rio Rancho Police or the Sandoval County Sheriff's Office. Erica.
And here's a look at our threat index. It is going to be high today as we could see some very windy conditions across the state, high fire danger, and the potential for dust storms.
The people of Nashville are coming together to honor the 6 lives lost during the Covenant school shooting. First Lady Jill Biden laid flowers at a memorial outside of the school. Police also revealed more information about the suspect who was shot and killed by 2 responding officers.
Multiple people are dead this morning after 2 military helicopters crashed in Kentucky. Governor Andy Beshear confirmed the incident on Twitter, stating that local officials responded to that scene. The crash occurred last night at Fort Campbell in Trigg County. Weather conditions at the time were reportedly clear with light to no wind.
Pope Francis is in the hospital this morning with a respiratory infection. The 86-year-old has had difficulty breathing in recent days and will spend the next few days receiving treatment at the hospital. The Pope was born Jorge Mario Bergoglio in 1936 and had part of his lung removed at 21 years old due to a respiratory infection. Erica.
And here's a look at traffic this morning. The maps are clear, no accidents or slowdowns. And trackers going south on I-25 near MLK Avenue. And everything is moving at speed.
Well, Pop-Tarts is teaming up with a designer to celebrate the launch of its new flavor. Along with the frosted banana bread flavor hitting the shelves, fans can order a limited edition crocheted sweater that is known as the Pop-Tartigan. It's designed by London K. Well, the sweater can be purchased for $45 on Pop-Tart's website.
Time now for the 5 facts.
At number 5, one of the most iconic balloons seen over Albuquerque skies during Balloon Fiesta is now at risk of being grounded. The nonprofit Friends of Smokey Bear is trying to raise $60,000 to keep their educational program running. The program usually travels the country sharing the Smokey Bear balloon and Smokey's message of wildfire prevention. But the pandemic put a stop to their travels and program funds are low. The Friends of Smokey Bear also need a brand new balloon as the current one is almost 20 years old. The organization expects the Smokey balloon will only last another 2 years and a new one will cost around $135,000.
At number 4, one New Mexico man is not giving up on finding his best friend nearly 2 months after his truck was stolen with his dog inside. Paul Rush was at an appointment at the Sandoval Regional Medical Center on January 31st. So when his truck was taken right from the parking lot. While inside the vehicle was his blind 18-year-old Cocker Spaniel named Spot. Rush, who's from Anthony, New Mexico, has been back in Rio Rancho almost once a week, searching for Spot, and he's not doing it alone. Spot's disappearance has now made waves on social media, leading to hundreds of people keeping an eye out, some even searching all across the metro. Anyone with information is asked to call the Rio Rancho Police or the Sandoval County Sheriff's Office.
And at number 3, it's going to be a windy day. With those winds light for now, it'd be your best time to get out and about early this morning. But by 10 o'clock, the winds will be picking up and we'll be seeing gusts up to 55 miles per hour through the afternoon and evening.
At number 2, looking ahead, Santa Fe City Council is looking to take up safe outdoor spaces at their next council meeting next month. Councilor Jamie Cassutt is now one of the city council members hoping to create the city-sanctioned safe sleeping spaces. She says that homeless issue has been growing in Santa Fe and it's wasting city resources. The resolution calls on city staff to explore where the camps could go and find organizations interested in operating them.
At number 1, a man is waking up behind bars this morning after a police shooting. According to Chief Harold Medina, officers responded to a dispute near Central and Atrisco. Now, when they got to the scene, they were notified by dispatch that shots had been fired. They moved in and told the man to drop the gun, which then led them to fire off their weapons. The suspect took off on foot. Officers say a bystander wrestled the gun out of his hands. Once they determined that he no longer was armed, they were able to detain him.